It's really fucking stupid. Alright, let's get into some Tufano mints.
What's up, guys? We're up here at Frankie's Strange Meat. I'm so exhausted from this pain medication. I didn't get down here until like 5 p.m. today. My guy
Yeah, dude, he's addicted to pain meds.
has already left. And now that it's like some really warm days over here in the summer, all my air conditioning stuff fails. This is the rooftop unit that keeps the main area cool, like where you guys see us packing everything.
Is he committing like insurance fraud or something? Didn't he just get like every one of his air conditioning units replaced? How did his AC fail again?
Thing goes off on high pressure like every single time. I think I'm gonna have to run a hose up here and just put like a mister on it to keep it cool. So that might help prevent it from overheating and keep the AC on. But I have to like come up on a ladder here every time to reset it. And if you guys have a unit like this in your building, the pressure control looks like that. It's like it's a red cylinder, and the thing on the top will pop up on high pressure. So you just press this button. If it does nothing, then it wasn't off on high pressure. If it was off on high pressure, the button is going to go back down and the unit will instantly turn on, which it just did now. So that's not good because it's only like 85 degrees, the thing's already going off. We replaced the compressor last year. That was like a $4,000 insurance job. Yeah, so I had to come down here for a refrigeration emergency. Otherwise, I would have probably just laid in bed all day. You guys know the chargebacks are still a big issue. Basically, every other business, these supermarket conglomerates, billionaire meat companies, they meet and they hire people to place false chargebacks on my business. They probably have.
Frank is such an idiot. Dude, this guy is so addicted to drugs. He's like just destroying his own life.
Of a small group chat where they organize everything, and the biggest thing that you guys can do, especially if you hate what's going on in this world, the government, all that stuff, is to place an order on my business. They want me out of business so badly. They hate that I'm in competition with them. The worst thing that you can do is place an order on my business. They would hate that. So if you guys do want to support me and help keep the business going, if you can place an order, frankiesstrangemeat.com, or we have in the comments just where you can leave reviews, and I'll give you guys a $10 credit on your order. Or if you're just not doing financially well, and if you need a part-time job, I am looking to hire people to hand out flyers for both my meat business and what happened with the eye surgery. We'll show you guys that later. Yeah, this potato chip thing has been a disaster. The potato chips aren't really turning out well. I got my money back for the equipment, but that's just a drop in the bucket because of how much I spent to get the equipment set up. And also the revenue loss from not having potato chips far exceeds anything that I could be compensated for. So that's probably gonna be another lawsuit. I think we're gonna sue Alibaba for facilitating the trade between me and this like Chinese equipment scammer who shouldn't even be on the platform if none of his machinery works. Basically, they sold me $20,000 of defective machinery, which cost me an entire business opportunity. So what we're probably gonna do is just throw all this equipment out. I don't know if I'm gonna get.
Oh my god. After all that work and money, he's just throwing it out. Why did he even get that? Like, you can make potato chips with, like, just a big pot. Like, he's not selling that many. It's not like he's selling millions and millions of bags of potato chips every day like fucking Lay's. He can just look at what his sales are right now and then, maybe make an investment in like a big pot that you can put oil in. And then just, make potato chips by hand, maybe get a mandolin slicer or some automatic slicer to make it faster. But no, let's buy $20,000 worth of garbage from fucking Alibaba that doesn't work. Isn't he didn't he say he's like $500,000 in debt right now? Why is he spending money like that?
Get a new equipment in and try it yet, but we already brought all this power over here. We have all this equipment set up over here. So I might just take out another line of credit and just get a new, another potato manufacturing line from hopefully a company that actually knows what they're doing. But yeah, it's just a fucking disaster. We ordered the equipment in like September of last year. I don't even know what I can do. Like the sellout federal judge is probably just going to dismiss my case before, right when I file it. I won't even get to serve anyone. But what should realistically happen is I get a judgment against Alibaba and the company, and then I get compensated either directly from Alibaba, or they pay me for my loss in sales from not having the potato chips, or I get a judgment against the manufacturing company, and then I can seize any equipment that they send into the United States. Because technically, if they try selling equipment to someone else here, and I have a judgment against them, it's I can take their property. So, but outside of that, we have a few new exciting things this week, and really over the past few weeks. We did the bargain beef box. We have frozen pizzas now available, hamburgers and cheeseburgers, just like pre-prepped meals. The two brand new things this week are, we have bone broth collagen gummies, which I have a patent on. So if anyone else tries to make gummy bears from bone broth, I have a legal right to them. Now there are all types of different gummy bears.
Who in their right mind would ever think of doing that? That's like me taking out a patent to make gummy bears with boogers. Who in the fuck is going to make gummy bears made out of boogers? There's no point in putting a patent out on it. No one's stupid enough to do that. Oh my god. Guaranteed, those gummy bears he's making, quote unquote, are going to be some of the nastiest, most disgusting shit ever made.
But no one has ever made and sold bone broth gummy bears. I am the first person to do so. I already filed a patent for it, so no one else will be able to steal this business idea. And we also are doing just like pre-prep meals, steak, rice, and bean meals. And all these other companies that are doing these prep meals, they're not organic, they're not high quality, and they're really expensive for the volume of food you get. So I'm excited we're going to be able to offer these meals at the same price, like $15 for this meal. I mean, it's still kind of expensive, except you're getting twice as much food, and it's all organic and higher quality. So what we're offering is way, way, way better than any of these meal companies out there. And they just have too much corporate infrastructure. They have too many managers and people that are getting a paycheck, so they can't sell their food affordably. The fridge is a little high temp, and these guys are procrastinating, so we didn't get the new units up and running yet. So he's coming today to try to get the temp of the fridge back down. Fresh roast beef every week as usual, guys. I might take some of that home for dinner. Baked goods are kind of low on stock. We haven't been selling that many, so I don't want my Amish buddy to make a crazy amount. But just this week, fresh, we got the custard donuts, the apple donuts, and the glazed donuts. I like the glazed donuts for breakfast, so I'll take some of these home. The beef blood is in stock this week. We ran out last week. And these are the new collagen gummy bears. I guess that's half, but it's a 16.
Those are not gummy bears.
Bears. I guess that's half, but it's...
They're just globs of gelatin. They're not even gummy bears.
It's a 16-ounce jar of bone broth.
How are those bear shaped?
Collagen gummy bears. So these have a high protein amino acid content from the bone broth, a high gelatin content as well from the...
Did even... Those look like they're not even flavored. So it's literally just congealed bone broth. Who the fuck would eat that? How much do you love
broth? And to these we add organic lemon juice for vitamin C and some organic glucose. That's the natural sweetener.
So he's literally making the worst flavor gummy bear with the worst ingredients. Like, just disgusting fucking bone broth.
For energy. So these are really, really great in the morning for just a nutrient energy boost and really a perfect combination of vitamins for your skin health. You're getting the protein.
No, it's just gross.
Amino acids, you're getting vitamin C, you're getting collagen. Those are by far the top several nutrients needed for skin health. So, if you take this in the morning with our organic energy drink, that's, you're basically gonna have healthy skin as long as you keep taking this stuff on a daily basis. So, collagen gummy bears now available on the website. Last week we restocked some pastrami.
There have been people who have uploaded videos reviewing the trash on Frank's website. They're literally retarded. I'm not even exaggerating. Like, these people are literally retarded. Like, sub 80 IQ. So, if you've ever wondered how Frank can make money... How Greg Doucette can make money with his turkesterone supplement. There's a lot of fucking retards, dude.
And beef bacon. We also have the smoked brisket. This week, I think the main restock was the Iberico pork bacon. So if you guys have been waiting for the smoked and cured pork bacon, we have it available. So the fridge is a little messed up right now. Thankfully, there's no issues with the freezer. We're at around 0 degrees. -2 in here, freezer's working super hard. Here's the new organic beef and rice meals. We haven't vacuum sealed them yet.
That looks awful. It's literally just plain rice, plain ground beef, and like plain beans. Why would anyone buy that? $15. Yeah, it's $15 for only one. Who the fuck is buying that? Right there, $15. It's just rice and ground beef and a little bit of beans. $15. Why would he even bother selling this? Who would buy it? Yeah, it literally looks like prison food.
They're just in here all frozen, ready to go. So this is 6 ounces of grass-fed beef, 2 cups of organic white rice cooked in mineral water, and 4 ounces of organic white beans cooked in mineral water. So this amount of food for $15 is like half the price that you would get anywhere else. And
no, that's not true at all.
Again, it's all high quality. Anytime other meal companies are...
Most other meal prep companies are going to charge between like $5 and $7 for a similar portion of food, and it's going to actually be better. Like, they add seasoning and spices and stuff to it to make it taste good. So, no, his product is at least twice as expensive as competing products. This is retarded.
$4,000 for a compressor in that mid-ass AC unit is horse shit. Looked like a $1,200 compressor if that. The faucet in my family's sink blew and leaked everywhere, and we were able to replace the entire kitchen with the insurance money and buy a hot tub.
Well, that's pretty sick. Yeah, he lies constantly, so yeah, he's probably bullshitting on the cost of the compressor. But that sounds pretty sick that you're able to replace the whole kitchen and get a hot tub. Thanks for the donation, retard.
Trying to sell this stuff, it's always just regular conventional stuff made with tap water. So really, really special product for you guys. We have a limited amount for now, but I'll make sure to list these on the website before this video goes up. I don't think there's anything too new to show you guys. We're a little low on hot dogs with 4th of July coming up, so if you guys do want to, oh no, we have plenty of hot dogs. So if you guys do want to serve our high quality hot dogs for 4th of July, we do have them. Same with the burgers. I know we have all the high quality burgers available, whether you guys want the best burger blend, pre-formed patties, the best burger blend, just regular 1 pound that you want to make the patties yourself. That's over here. And we also have, I think, a few prime ribeyes left. Should be somewhere over here. Or maybe we ran out of the prime ribeye. But my guys did just cut some Wagyu ribeyes last week. I don't think we'll have the Japanese Wagyu in time for 4th of July though. Oh, I completely forgot. Most important thing this week, completely new product. We have some Goose available, and duck has been restocked, as well as ground chicken. So this is a really big week for poultry for us.
Yeah, hopefully Frank just overdoses. Just the amount of animals that have to die for this fucktard to just do whatever the hell he does with his money.
We have all of our organic corn and soy-free duck back in stock. As far as I know, we're the only person selling this quality of duck online. I mean, same with chicken too. And now we have pastured goose. Unfortunately, it's really, really expensive. Almost like twice as much as I wanted to charge for it, because my farmer got ripped off for the baby goslings. He paid like twice as much as he should have, and we also didn't grow them large enough, so there's not a lot of meat on the carcass. So the next batch of goose should be about 30% cheaper, but if you want to try this really high quality organic goose, just
$150. Holy fuck.
I don't say this lightly, Frank is a con man. He's a snake oil salesman. I know you already agree with me. Also, Joey has actually become cuter in the last couple of days. I have proof. 646 sextil.
keep in mind, it's a little bony, guys. It's not much meat. This is more of like a specialty. You know, I think these are like twice as much as the duck breasts, which are already kind of expensive. All the corn and soy-free chicken. We got so much chicken back in stock, guys. Plenty of chicken. We were running out of chicken over the past few weeks, but now we're good. I think this is where my guys put the ground chicken. So we had so much chicken, we decided to grind some of it up, which is very cost prohibitive because it's expensive to do this, but we have organic corn and soy-free chicken breast ground up and organic corn and soy-free dark meat chicken ground up. Everything available. Just some random stuff here. We got a very small fruit and vegetable selection if you guys want to get some stuff with your meat. I don't even know what's back here. Not sure what that is. What's also new, almost forgot, we have organic chicken pot pies, and the beef pot pies are restocked, guys.
I wonder if he busts the AC on purpose somehow and then is able to get reimbursed for the spoiled product with business insurance, and that's how he actually makes money off of his food that people only buy to troll him.
We'll never know. Yeah, I'm really not sure. I just hope it all ends soon, some way or another, for Frank. Thanks for the donation, retard. Ben Overbitch donated $2.
These are so delicious and filling. One of these will easily feed a family of 4 to 5. Easily. And what I'm really excited about is all these really high quality, delicious products we have on Pure Sourdough. I had some organic hot dog buns last night for dinner with the hot dogs. We have the hamburger buns as well. I just showed you guys the organic pot pies, known as making as delicious and as high quality pot pies as we are. I promise you'll love them. And this is our organic pizza made with organic white tomato sauce. These are selling like hotcakes. I think we've sold quite a bit over the past 2 weeks, but now the sales are slowing down. Again, guys,
Do you think
they're by far the most delicious and highest quality stuff online that you can get, and it's a
So people are not buying these as much because they taste like shit, and then they're not reordering.
affordable. I don't see where my guys put the hamburgers. There's some more pot pies over here. Here are the hamburgers. So we have both cheeseburgers, hamburgers, and then we have plain meat patties and plain cheese patties. Just for you guys who want more convenient stuff, like these hamburgers, cheeseburgers, pot pies, breads, pizzas. You know, I'm really excited that we're starting to branch out and do these prepared foods and get you guys really high quality and affordable and organic, healthy stuff. This is super special to me because I'm always getting sick all the time because I'm like traveling in my car for hours without eating, but I'm really gonna like this. But my refrigeration guy's here and trying to call me, so let me see if he's outside. All right, we're doing the fast and crazy way. This is how not to do refrigeration 101. We got a pressure washer with hot water hooked up, and we're gonna blast all the ice off the evaporator. And the reason you don't want to do this is because it's really delicate aluminum up there, but these are really iced up over there. In the back, a little iced up, but it's gonna take us 20 minutes to get it off if we don't do this. And so we have to use the hot water to get all the ice off the side, the front, and the back. It might have actually been okay if I had taken the ice off the front initially, but I was being lazy last night and was hoping there wasn't ice on the front. No ice on the sides, no ice on the front, no ice on the back, so now we can test and see what's wrong with them, and they should start working again. While I'm in here, I just remembered I forgot to show you guys, we do have fresh raw apple cider from the Amish farm. I think I'm gonna list this on the food's website, not the meat website. Yeah, so I have this raw apple cider cold in my fridge. I've been drinking 2 or 3 of these on hot days, and it's like delicious. Way better than apple juice or anything else. It's almost like
Looks so retarded.
it's fresh though. That's not right. This was tied up. It was supposed to be misting into this condenser, but it looks like the zip ties got loose. Yeah, it was uptight like this. It was uptight like this, but it slipped out.
Good evening, Mr. Gigliardo. How are you doing?
So the same thing might have happened. This last refrigerant guy, who doesn't really know refrigeration, he left the king valve open on all of my units. So basically he fixed them, he filled them up with refrigerant, but since he didn't tighten the valve all the way closed, the refrigerant slowly leaked out, and now the units are failing because they're low on refrigerant. So hopefully this is the last one. With the other 2, we charged them up correctly, And then there was also the thermostat inside wasn't set correctly. So now that we set the thermostats to the right temperature and we filled them up with refrigerant, we shouldn't have any problems moving forward, but it's just been a disaster. As soon as we get these new fridge units in and the new freezer unit in, then there's literally nothing can go wrong. Because we'll have new units on everything, and we don't have to worry about this old junk leaking out, even though, you know, I know how to fix this stuff myself.
I just hope there's a fire. Please just have a fire. Destroy that building and everything, and, you know, everyone, hopefully, in it.
Gone to refrigeration school, so I'm just gonna grab the zip ties and then the refrigerant. So most of the stuff here is 404, which is what we're using. And the reason we're zip tying those misters to the back of the evaporators is to cool them down quicker. So the way these refrigerant gases work is there has to be a certain amount of gas in the system. It has to be the correct amount. If there's too much, the system goes off on high pressure and it doesn't work. If there's too little, it'll go off on low pressure, or it'll just ice up and it'll freeze the evaporators, and then there won't be any airflow and it won't cool. Because the way refrigeration systems work is they don't actually cool down the space. They're not bringing cold air into the space. They're removing heat. So the refrigeration system is removing heat particles from the inside of the fridge until it goes to the desired temperature. And that's more extreme in the freezer. It's literally removing heat in the freezer to get to -20. So these evaporators inside need airflow to remove heat, the fans inside, and these condensers outside are blowing the heat out. So by having water misting on these condensers out here, you're speeding up the removal of the heat and you're keeping the pressure lower. So there's less risk of the unit failing when you have water blowing on it like that, because it's really cold groundwater. So now I have it in the right direction, flowing in the condenser. We have this like really nice, cool 50-degree groundwater flowing into the condenser. But if you see that white buildup is from the calcium in the water. This is on, we have the filter on now. It's on reverse osmosis now, so it's okay, but otherwise you don't want to do this, because that hard water.
Pretty sure reverse osmosis filters don't get rid of calcium in the water. You need a decalcifier. That's what's set up in my house. There's a reverse osmosis filter and there's a decalcifier, or water softener. So he hooked the hose up to a reverse osmosis filter for literally no reason.
Will completely ruin your condenser within a year or two. So there's no way to get that white buildup off of this without ruining the condenser, the aluminum. So if you do this, the water has to be filtered.
Okay, well, he's gonna ruin his condenser.
So the last guy left this valve open and we had low pressure, so it's supposed to be like 250. We were down to 150, so it might take like half a can of refrigerant here. Yeah, so the valve on the old freezer unit was left open. Valve on the rooftop freezer unit was left open. Valve on the fridge was left open. I've spent $5,000 on 404 refrigerant. So go figure. Right now the fridge took another whole tank. So at least we know what it was now. Shouldn't have to worry about it moving forward, now that I've spent a fortune on refrigeration. Yeah, so we got that new big freezer unit to go here. Only thing I've ever built myself. This is the new freezer unit that the insurance job put in last year, but you can see the size difference. Like, Our new one is crazy big. Crazy big compared to that. This one's like 20 years old. And these two are like 30, 40 years old, but this one's completely broken, shut down. So we're probably gonna get all this out of here and then just keep all the working units. What's going on, man? How you doing?
I want to ask about this washer over here. What you guys are doing with it?
What? Oh, the washing machine?
Yeah.
That one? What, do you want to buy it? Or?
My washing machine just broke. I was
This one, it is broken, but it's just the latch. It's just the latch. So we turned it on, it powers on.
Yeah.
It's just like this latch or whatever, there's like a sensor in there that's not preventing it from running. You can have it.
I can have it?
Yeah. I've been trying to sell it for like $40 for like a month. It's driving me crazy.
Bad, man.
Yeah, no, you can take it.
I live right there. Somehow I'm going to figure out how to get rid of it.
No, I mean, these things are light, man. These things are, they're super light. If you, you want a dolly or you want a dolly it over there?
Yeah, please.
I'll get you a dolly, yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. We need this thing back.
Yeah.
That is clearly a crack addict. So he decided to film himself giving a crack addict a washing machine that's broken.
You know, it's a really low income town here, which is why I'm surprised they didn't give me the grant I applied for to open up the front of this building and like try to hire some people and get some local revenue, but
I don't.
who the fuck knows? It's like, I think it might actually be the lowest GDP in northeastern PA, Carbondale. Still costs a fortune to run a business. Like, even running like a McDonald's in Carbondale is, you know, you're talking a lot of money. I lose so much money every week that like, I have all this equipment I'm trying to sell, but it's just like, it's not even worth it at one point. Selling stuff on Marketplace is a disaster. The lesson I learned is that if you get a good deal
We're watching the Liver King thing next. Don't worry, CDG.
on restaurant equipment, keep it for yourself, because next time you need that piece of equipment, you will never get it as good of a price. You'll never get it. Like, maybe I could sell my old bandsaw for a few $1,000s, but when I go to try to buy a bandsaw, if I need one, probably 6, 7, 8 grand. So I'll just keep the equipment. Maybe we'll get a butcher shop somewhere as another sales front, or maybe we'll need the equipment here moving forward. Like, I have these like really expensive Globe deli slicers that are like 9 or 10,000 each, brand new, and I'm trying to sell them for like 5 or 6,000 each, brand new, which is a great deal. One of them is actually right here.
Furious Pete has an upload.
Beautiful automatic deli slicer, but people don't want to pay for stuff. Yeah, my new buddy and his free washing machine. That's my good deed for the day. Yesterday I gave a homeless guy 20 bucks on the highway. Yeah, so we got the fridge back up and running. It was leaking refrigerant, just like half of my freezer equipment. But we showed you guys most of the new stuff on the meat website. If you did want anything on the foods website, we have most of the stuff in stock. This week we got back the water kefir, the pemmican, all the best bars have been in stock. We restocked the chocolate chip granola bars, so most of the regular stuff is in stock. These are my favorite chocolate chip granola bars. We got both the plain pemmican, which is kind of bland.
No, wasn't nervous about confronting Furious Pete.
And then we just have the honey blueberry pemmican that I like a lot more. All the other stuff on the foods website is in stock too, the stuff that I regularly have in my diet. And I'm not going to show you guys much of this today, but
What's especially retarded is that spraying reverse osmosis water on his condenser is, first of all, a complete and total waste of water, a janky and ineffective swamp cooler hack, and the raw water will corrode the metal over time and damage the coils.
Yep. And if his business still exists in another year or two, he's going to be complaining about that. Thanks for the donation, retard.
You can go to frankiesnaturals.com to see all the hygiene and cosmetic products, and then if you want to go to organsupplements.com, we have all the vitamins, minerals, beef glandulars, and a lot of very, very interesting products. I guess the most recent restock on the naturals is we finally got the bone marrow cream back in stock, and on organ supplements it's probably the Sky High energy drink. But if you guys go to frank-tufano.com, Eastern
5.
Well, Frank is still a retard, but we already knew that. Dodo $20. Well, the nice thing about Israel, they flying fuck what Trump says. They are just going to do what they're going to do anyway. How many times do you think Frankie's freezer or fridge wasn't cooled properly for hours and he didn't care or notice? Well, especially since he's on drugs, I can guarantee you there was some hot rotting meat sitting in that fridge for quite a while. Guaranteed. But thanks for the donation, Dodo.